What is up everyone, Sinnoh Cup is here, so today I'll be showcasing a really nice team for it. I ran this team for 4 sets, went 14 in 6 with it, so really nice. And it features the Gliscor and Empoleon core I highlighted in my top Sinnoh Cup teams video. The anti-Gastrodon core, and this whole team actually beats Gastrodon, which is quite nice. But in this team, Bibarel was actually the MVP, and it's a Pokemon I actually didn't go over in my top teams video because I knew it was gonna be okay, but I didn't think it'd be amazing. But it was amazing. It's a great answer for all the Lick users like Munchlax, as we see right here, and Lickilicky. It does really great against ghosts like Drifblim and Frostlass. It's pretty okay versus Gastrodon and Empoleon too. It destroys Gliscor. It really only struggles versus the fighters and the grasses and the electrics, which the grasses and the electrics aren't that common. And the fighting types still take so much damage from Surf or Hyper Fang, because the fighting types, Lucario and Toxicroak, are incredibly squishy. So Bibarel turned out to be an absolute monster. And I'm running it in this like ABB style line. I have an anti-fighter / electric in the lead. In a Gliscor, if I don't face a fighter or an electric in the lead, I always try to save my Gliscor for the late game, so that it can potentially still take it out. You know, even if I don't, both Bibarel and Empoleon still deal so much fast move pressure that the fighters are gonna have to watch out anyway. Now, Gliscor also an amazing answer to Gastrodon, which we see right here. I can take 2 body slams easy, and I can get up to 100 NG, have an Earthquake loaded, and a Night Slash to take out both the Pokemon in the back, and it's a very nice Gliscor sweep. By the way, wing attack in this team is very much recommended because it's way better against the fighting types than Fury Cutter is. And besides that, I also recommend running regular Gliscor, not Shadow, because regular has a better Gastrodon matchup. Alright, Empoleon Lead is very bad. Usually switching to my own Empoleon. What I've noticed is that most Empoleon Lead lineups are not that strong against Empoleon in the back, because usually they don't have an electric or a fighter in the back, because then they're just incredibly weak to Gastrodon Lead, right? So most Empoleon lead teams, it's very safe to just switch in your own Empoleon, and they either stay in or bring like a half answer, like this Gallade. Now, if they have like a grass type, that's tough, of course, that's a lot more tough, but the grass is not that common at the moment. I just end up farming down this Gallade because it can't get to 3 moves quickly enough before I farm it down. And now in comes the Empoleon again. Like I said, most of these Empoleon lead lines, they are quite weak to Empoleon themselves. And a lot of them also have like a Drifblim or a Frostlass in the back, which will be amazing for Bibarel. Just gonna throw another Hydro. They're gonna be able to farm me down, which is not great, because 2 Drill Packs do really add up on Bibarel. Bibarel is quite squishy, but it is a non-stab Drill Pack, so still shouldn't do that much. The instant through Hydro though, pretty nice. In comes Gliscor, another Pokemon very weak to Bibarel, but man, this move is gonna hurt. Now, what I do not want to happen is for the Empoleon to farm down my Bidoof or my Bibarel and then get to the Hydro versus my Gliscor. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna save that Surf for the Empoleon. I'm just gonna farm up with my Gliscor here. If I just get off 1 Night Slash, I can either farm this down with Bibarel, but it's looking like I can already kill this with my Gliscor, actually. Yeah, kill this with Gliscor, and then I'm gonna be able to Night Slash the Empoleon, and it is another great match. GG to my opponent right there. Alright, next game. This is another Empoleon Lead. I bring in Bibarel this time. This was one of the earlier games where I didn't realize it was probably better to bring in Empoleon. It's a Garchomp in the back. This is actually versus a fellow content creator, a Home Slicer Henry here on YouTube. He's running some real spice this battle, so it's quite fun. He throws the Centum. It's perfect timing, and I really want to get 2 shields down, because once 2 shields are down on his end, my Gliscor can just Earthquake that Empoleon. So, and then I'm looking pretty good. So I just shoot it up, let them shield my Surf, and I'm gonna come in Gliscor. Now, I'm really hoping, since he's running Dragon Tail, it's not Outrage, so I'm actually gonna no-shield this. And luckily, it is just the Centum, but a Home Slice actually came into my Twitch chat later and told me he did have Outrage, so I got quite lucky there, I think. But yeah, we farmed down the Garchomp. I'm gonna Earthquake this Empoleon out of here. And in comes a Gabite. That is some crazy spice right here. But I love it. Gabite, Pokemon I really want to make. It seems quite fun. This Flamethrower as a charge move as well, which is quite cool. Twister Flamethrower, I think is the moveset you want to run. But yeah, it's pretty squishy. And a Hydro Cannon is just gonna be able to take it out right here. So that's a good game. Alright, Pachirisu Lead. And in comes Cress. Now, Cress is kind of an annoying Pokemon to deal with, to be honest. Even though Gliscor doesn't generally beat this thing, it's not amazing. And it's same with Empoleon. I'm a Steel type. I resist Psychic. Grass Knot is not the strongest move. It's only neutral. But still, Cresselia generally takes this matchup. And I really want Switch Advantage here, because I need that Gliscor aligned to the Pachirisu. Now they're gonna Grass Knot again. I'm really hoping that my Empoleon can take out this Crest, but it's looking like it will be quite rough. I'm gonna throw one Hydro Cannon right here, which I do shield. Makes sense, because it would knock him out. I'm gonna shield this up again. No matter what, I want to try to get Switch or Shields down. If I get Shields down, maybe my Bibarel can get off like a Surf later. Or maybe it's like an Empoleon on the back and I can just Earthquake it. I don't know. Now they shield that up. I think they might have lagged a little here because, well, I do end up farming them down. And I think that is quite lucky. I think they would have gotten to the Grass Knot otherwise without the lag. In comes Pachirisu again, though. And I will just throw this Hydro. This is pretty good for me now because I can make Gliscor on the Pachi, and I get my Bibarel or whatever's in the back. I think I'm pretty good. They have pretty good coverage against everything besides Abomasnow. Yes, Abomasnow is a huge issue for this team. Actually, beats both Gliscor and Bibarel, but you know, I wasn't really expecting many of them to see many of them today. So that's why I felt safer in this team, and this was actually the only Abomasnow I ran into. I think a lot of people are scared of like Bastiodon and Fighters to run Abomasnow, and well, myself included. I was expecting way more Bastiodon and Fighters, but in reality, they aren't that common. Everyone is just trying to counter Bastiodon with Pokemon that happen to be weak against Abomasnow. So I think Abomasnow might actually be a good play in the meta right now. Because it's able to beat so much of what I saw. So maybe a good idea. Like in this line again, it beats Drifblim, it can beat Empoleon. It looks pretty strong. But yeah, I was lucky enough to not run into any. Now, Drifblim is a dream matchup for Bibarel. Because I resist or double resist everything they can throw at me. Hexes, Shadow Balls, double resisted. Icy Winds, single resisted. They don't do much. However, these water guns are adding up, but they also don't do that much. You know, I'm being debuffed here, so they're doing less and less damage. And I really want to throw this Surf before the next Icy Wind, but I lost track of that energy, and I'm gonna have to take another one. Not great. I think I switched to Gliscor right here, hoping to farm them down before Icy Wind, but I think they actually might have been able to throw another one into my Gliscor if they just stayed in. I'm not sure. But yeah, here comes Bastiodon. This is pretty good. I win this straight Earthquake. I'm pretty sure. I think so. If you're a regular, this is why I recommend a regular Gliscor and not Shadow, because regular can actually get to 3 Earthquakes here, just barely if you have like good IVs, while Shadow cannot. You also get good move timing, which I didn't have here, but you know, they let it go, so it didn't matter. I'm just gonna be able to farm this down with a barrel at this point. Just gonna let this go. Man, Bastiodon is so insane that it can survive an Earthquake. It is so ridiculous. But yeah, this overlay concede. GG. Alright, Gastrodon, really good lead. Equals Empoleon. You want to come in with your own Empoleon here. Bibarel actually beats Empoleon in the zeros and 2-shield scenario. If you have like equal energy to start. If they have like a little energy head start, you actually do lose that. So that's why you don't really want to come in Bibarel there. Just come in Empoleon, and you can usually burn a shield or two. You're gonna throw another move here. I'm not gonna shield. You know, if they shield, that's fine. I'll have 2 shields down, and it'll be fine with me. You know, Bibarel doesn't have the worst matchup versus Gastrodon. So even if I get my Bibarel lined up versus it, I'm fine with that. And shields down, Gliscor can take on a lot of stuff. Unless it's like Abomasnow, should be fine. They switch out of the Empoleon though to bring in the Gastrodon, which is interesting. which is very interesting. I'm gonna try to go for the Earthquake right here, but I was a turn too late to get off the move. There should just be a Body Slam though. No, it's a Water Pulse, and this is so smart. I think Water Pulse is the way to go in this meta actually for Gastrodon, because you don't need Earth Power for basically anything. The Mud Slaps already do enough damage, and Water Pulse is really nice coverage for Gliscor, for Drifblim, Pokemon that are very common and that you usually can't really hit with your charge move. So I think that's the way to go. We also have our Bronzong in the back. Very interesting pick. Luckily, I already have a bunch of energy on my Bibarel, so I should be able to take out this Zong with 2 Surfs, I hope. Zong is not squishy, but it's also not very tanky. So yeah, these 2 Surfs, they do take it out. That is a good finish to this match. Let's go, Bibarel. Very nice. All right, next match we have Cresselia on the lead, and this is a lead I actually really dislike. This is supposed to be a good lead for Gliscor, of course, and it is. You win it in the ones, you lose the zeros, unfortunately, but you do win the ones, you win the twos, so it's not terrible. You can win this matchup. However, a lot of the times with Cresselia on the lead, it is like a fighter in the back, you know, because they need that steel coverage. They need to be strong against Bastiodon in the back. Which means my Empoleon and Bibarel are in huge trouble. Huge trouble. So I end up shooting my Gliscor right here. And what I always do here is I'll throw a Night Slash. And then I'll switch into Empoleon. Just to save my Gliscor. They do end up... oh man, I get the boost actually. End up letting it go. Which is fine by me. It's very fine by me. Then I can just switch my Empoleon to their Empoleon. Don't want to get farmed down. Starting to think this either might be double tank though. Maybe Bastiodon in the back, which would be okay. Though, you know, Bibarel is incredibly squishy. Bibarel actually doesn't really beat Bastiodon. It is so stupid. It is so stupid. Like, the Stone Edges and Smackdowns do more than the Surfs and Water Guns do. It's kind of crazy. Even though it's super effective versus neutral. And if it is, that would be bad. But I still have a little bit of energy on Gliscor too. So I might still have a shot either. Gonna throw another Hydro here. They let that go. That's actually pretty good. Then I'll bring in Bibarel here. Hoping to farm this down. I'm pretty sure they cannot get to... Yeah, they need like 4 more waterfalls after this. I'm gonna be able to farm them down before. And they're gonna come in with the Frostlass here. And I end up trying to sacrificial switch later in the game. I think I miscounted some Powder Snows. I thought there were still 2 Powder Snows away from at this point. And I was gonna switch after 2, but I miscounted. And they were actually already there. Which loses me the game. Unfortunately, if I would have successfully caught that move, I think I would have been able to surf the full Frostlass again. And then farm down the Empoleon. So unfortunate, but well played by my opponent right there. GG. Alright, Lickilicky Lead. This is pretty even. But a lot of times with Lickilicky, like a fighter in the back does make sense. So I really want to switch in my Empoleon at some point, which I'm gonna do right now. Just in case there is a Lucario, or more likely a Toxicroak in the back. I wouldn't expect a Lucario with Lickilicky in the lead, but Toxicroak would make sense. They no-shield my move, and it's a Gastrodon. So I'm pretty happy I saved my Gliscor, because of course that's a really good counter for the Gastrodon. I'm gonna go for 1 Hydro Cannon, which I actually end up shielding, because it would do a lot of damage. I don't think Gastrodon would die though, so maybe an unnecessary shield. But, you know, this Castro with the Body Slams is actually still going to be able to do work against my Gliscor. So it does kind of make sense. Yeah, that does add up. I'm going to go for... Oh, man, that's a... I didn't count Mud Slaps. I should really be counting those Mud Slaps. So I can know when they get to the Body Slams. And unfortunately, that ends up costing me a shield. That's a huge mistake. If they bring in Lickitung again, I'm just going to stay in, or Lickilicky, and try to get to the Night Slash. They also miscounted, I think, because they die with a bunch of energy here. Or they're going to have to shield, but they end up no shooting. Bring in the Gliscor, and this seems real good. But man, you're going to see this being quite close. It's a Furica, the Gliscor, which means they get to the moves at an insane pace. And they have Sand Tomb, which drops my defense. Look at how low my health is already getting. I'm going to shield this up. Fearing the Night Slash. I think a Night Slash at this point might knock me out, but it is another Sand Tomb. If they manage to get to another Sand Tomb here or a Night Slash, I think I might be dead. Can I reach 2 Surfs before that though? It's gonna be really close. to barely reach it. I'm pretty sure they must have been like 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 Fury Cutters away from a charge move, which would have killed me. So incredibly close game. GG. Lucario Lead, very good. In comes Froslass, and this is also where Bibarel shines. One thing about this matchup though, if Froslass gets a little energy lead, like it gets here, it can actually win the 0 shields. Bibarel is gonna have to shield up a move. If you're a normal Bibarel. If you're a Shadow Bibarel, you actually win this because the Surf knocks out. Actually, oh, they end up lagging a bit. Oh, this is not supposed to happen. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, they're actually supposed to get to another Avalanche. Well, that sucks. That really sucks. But yeah, that's the game. I had a couple of matches. I think I had 1 win where I also lagged. I don't think I put it in the video because honestly, it was kind of hard countered. You know, I also lagged. Lag giveth and lag taketh, I always say in this game. It is unfortunate. But yeah, what I was actually gonna say is that if you have a Shadow Bibarel, you can actually win the 0s there against Froslass. So maybe something to consider. If you have a good Shadow Bibarel, maybe consider that. Because the Froslass matchup is slightly better. But I think in general, regular probably does better. Because Bibarel is already quite squishy. So making it more squishy might not be the smartest of ideas. But I think it's mainly personal preference in that regard. Anyway, Drifblim in the back. I think even if I would have needed to use a shield, I would have been fine, to be honest. Because I was no shield these Icy Winds. Even if they Shadow Ball, I would have been fine. I still have my Gliscor left. So I don't think the lag mattered for the result, I hope. But we will never know. We'll never know. Just gonna Hydro Cannon this Lucario, and it's a good game. Alright. Well, good game. Kind of a laggy game, but it is what it is. Alright, Cresselia into my Gliscor again. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Really don't like it. But same strat. Just gonna throw 3 Night Slashes. If they let it go, they die. If they shield, I will go into Empoleon. Of course, let go of their move. Yo, imagine this being Aurora Beam, though. That'd be kind of unfortunate for Gliscor, but no one's running Aurora Beam, I hope. Maybe you should, though. There's a lot of Gliscors around. But yeah, Grass Knot still do work, that's for sure. Just gonna let this... No, shield it up, of course. I want to save my Gliscor with a decent amount of health. Gonna go for another Night Slash. I need to save my Gliscor, just in case there's a fighter. So I will switch it to Empoleon right here, hoping to lure out a potential fighter. They go for the Grass Knot, though, which won't do that much damage. So I'm gonna let it go. And now they bring in the Lucario, and I'm barely not gonna be able to reach the Hydro. That is so unfortunate. I will go into my Gliscor once more, though. No shielding this move, expecting the Power Punch. But even if it is Power Punch, this is not amazing. Because my Gliscor takes so much damage from these counters that I'm just gonna die. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. And now it's all up to Bibarel to water gun this down and hopefully take care of the rest of the team. In comes a Drapion. I think with water guns the Surf might knock out, which I will reach. I think I will reach two moves if it's Crunch. If they don't have Aqua Tail, but they do have Aqua Tail. Which means they get to 2 moves, 2 Poison Stings or 4 turns earlier than 2 Crunches. Which will likely be enough to take out my Bibarel. And it is a good game. I think Drapion is very interesting with Aqua Tail. Anyway, that was the final battle. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Good luck with your battles. I'll see you in the next one.